Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, I am Rio. Today's video, as you can see, is going to be all about the jewelry. Essentially, how to wear jewelry styling 101. In the summertime, the majority of us will wear a little bit less clothing than we do every other time of year. The temperatures outside, of course, would be that main reason. And when you're wearing a little bit less clothing, sometimes you really can't show as much characteristic or much personality as you may like to in your clothing. And that could mean sometimes looking a little more bland, a little boring. Jewelry is one of those things that can take your outfit from something that's a little boring to a bit more stylish. So we're gonna be exploring how you can do that in this video. If you like jewelry or you just wanna look a little more stylish while wearing your jewelry, stay tuned, I got you. One of the main things when it comes to jewelry is going to be necklaces and chains. What to wear, how do you wear it? Do you go gold? Do you go silver? What do you do? The choice of metal can be a big one. Do you go gold? Do you go silver? What is the right choice? Really, the answer is there is no right choice. It really just comes down to you. How do you feel? What's your vibe? What's your mood? Me, for the longest time, I only wore gold. That's up until maybe about 2 years ago. I was strictly gold only. I just couldn't fathom the thought of wearing anything silver. Maybe a couple years ago, I started to dabble with more two-tone color jewelry. Anything that had gold and silver in it together, I tried to dabble with that. And then maybe about a year and a half ago, I embraced silver and I started wearing it. And quite frankly, these days, I typically wear silver more than I wear gold. One of the main reasons I do that is because a lot of times my timepiece, my watch, ends up being silver, and I try to complement those tones with the rest of my jewelry. For that reason, I tend to wear a little more silver these days. However, gold is still a huge part of my jewelry, and of course, I'm wearing gold in this video. For you, the choice, silver or gold, doesn't really matter. You choose what is best for you. Something that I recently just learned about a couple years ago, stainless steel. I was always wearing gold, so it was always about 10 karat, 14 karat, the highest karat that I could afford. That's what I was looking to purchase. It just so happens that when you're always looking to wear pure gold, it kind of limits how much jewelry you can have because of course gold is expensive. And recently stainless steel became a metal I look closer at simply because it doesn't fade, tarnish, or rust. So like those precious metals, stainless steel can have the same effect and appearance. And of course, it's much cheaper. When it comes to your necklaces and your chains, it's very popular to wear thick choker chains. If that's your thing, that's okay. There's nothing really wrong with that. If you're gonna go that bold, go for it. Don't be afraid to do it. But if you do it, keep it simple. Do not overdo it. And that is my #1 rule with jewelry. Don't overdo it. Bold chains aren't always bad, but they should be done tastefully and minimally. Just because the rappers and celebrities are wearing it doesn't mean that you need to. How should you wear necklaces? My rule of thumb is minimally. Layer up to 3 pieces. As you can see, I'm wearing 2 right now. This is an 18-inch gold rope and a 20-inch gold rope. 2 millimeters in thickness, and I think it's a very clean and stylish look. For men, if you want to go with something more of a choker look, you can go more of the 16-inch route, 16 and an 18. That's going to give you a nice layered effect. Of course, 18 to 20, what I'm wearing right now, gives you a nice layered effect. Of course, 20 to 22, but that's getting more on the longer end. However, if you are extremely tall, that may be the route you want to go with. If you're going to be wearing anything longer than 24 inches for a necklace, my rule of thumb is to put like a nice little small pendant on there, and that's going to give you a nice stylish look. For thicknesses, I would say anywhere from maybe like a 1.5 millimeter up into a 4 millimeter would be a good way to go. One of my favorite places to grab some stylish and affordable jewelry right now has been Vitali. Now, Vitali is going to be today's video sponsor. If you aren't familiar with Vitali, they are a genderless accessories brand. I picked up 5 pieces from Vitali this summer to add to my jewelry collection. First up, we have this chain called the Halo. As you can see, I got mine in gold. Also available in silver and black stainless steel. Designed for layering, and as I mentioned, layering is something that you definitely want to do. The Halo chain is connected by a clasp that can be worn in the front or in the back. I like the look of it in the front. It kind of gives it a look of a pendant or a charm. I think it's a pretty cool look. The next piece that I grabbed from Vitali is going to be a pendant which is a gummy bear. As you can see, I picked this up in gold. However, it is also available in silver. It comes on a 20-inch 1mm curved chain, of course, also great for layering. Question for you guys, is this something that you think is a little bit too feminine? I actually like it a lot, and it's something that I will wear and of course layer with it. Men or women, if you're walking and you see a dude wearing this tiny gummy bear necklace slash chain, what are you gonna think? Are you gonna say like that's for females? Are you gonna say that's dope? How would you feel about it? Let me know down below in the comment section. The next piece that I grabbed from Vitaly is gonna be this ring right here called the Vestige. This is a piece that was inspired by heirloom rings passed down from generation to generation. As you can see, I got mine in gold with the red stone, which I think adds a really nice touch. However, it's also available in silver with a blue stone. Next, we have the Bond ring. This is gonna be a signet style ring, and as you can see, I got mine for the pinky. I just think signet rings look so dope on the pinky. On my other hand, I have this signet ring, also from Vitaly, which I picked up last year. This Bond ring is in gold with a synthetic pearl. You can also get it in silver with the pearl, or you can get it in gold with black onyx or silver with black onyx. And those are gonna be amazing options for a signet ring. Lastly, we have the grip. The grip is gonna be two rings that come as one. Minimal aesthetic rings, which I think are extremely dope. Those are some of my favorite rings to wear. I guess in essence, minimal jewelry is some of my favorite jewelry to wear in general. Of course, as you can see, I got mine in gold, and as you also can see, I picked up all of this jewelry today in gold. However, the grip also comes in silver and in black. The grip can be worn stacked or on separate fingers. Now, I got this in a size that I can wear on two separate fingers at the same time, on my index and my middle finger. Last year, I bought this same exact style, the grip in silver, and I got that in a size that I can only wear on one finger. Either I wear them stacked on one hand or wear them on the same finger on an opposing hand, if that makes sense. Check out Vitaly by clicking the link down below and save 20% off of your order. Rings. I just showed you some of the rings I grabbed from Vitaly, but how should you wear these? How should you do it stylishly? Do not neglect the pinky. Pinky rings are, I believe, undervalued and understated. The pinky ring is such a clean look. No matter your style, no matter how you dress, a pinky ring will always look good, in my opinion. Alternate fingers. As you can see, index and pinky, that's what I'm wearing right now. Usually I wear them on both hands, which I think is a very clean look. You can do index and then ring finger. That way you leave other two fingers bare. Probably one of the best ways to wear rings. Or if you're gonna wear them close together, do an index and a middle finger, wearing those two close together. Also a very clean look. If you're gonna wear rings on all fingers, again, that's okay if that's what you do, but keep them minimal. Don't do big brolic rings because that's not a very stylish, clean look, in my opinion. And the goal here is style. Style, clean, that's the goal. Depending on the style I'm wanting to embody or the way that I want to dress, I will go full out rings and I'll wear them on every finger. I don't really do the thumb though. That's not really a me thing, but I'll do rings on every finger on both hands if the look calls for it. And in most cases, the look does not call for it. For that reason, it's something I rarely do. Watches, timepieces. Now, watch is gonna be one of those things that's very specific for certain people. Some people only wear a certain kind of watch, some people only wear certain styles of watch. Again, when it comes to jewelry in general, figure out what is best for you. I do have some general pointers when it comes to your timepiece, and the first one is going to be your band. What type of band do you have with your watch? Is it a metal band or a leather band? Those are, in my opinion, are going to be the best two options to go with. That is your safe route, metal or leather. The next one is going to be size. What size watch are you wearing? That can come down to your wrist size. If you have a bigger wrist, of course, go with the bigger watch. Smaller wrist, smaller watch. I would say for men, the general rule of thumb for watch face size would be somewhere between 35 millimeters to 45 millimeters. Of course, 35 being on the smaller spectrum, 45 of course being on the bigger spectrum. Average would be right there in the middle at 40 millimeters. That's gonna be your safe route. I own watches closer to the 45 and I even own some closer to 35, and I'm pretty sure I even have some smaller than 35. I do have a small wrist, so small watches can tend to look good on me. Figure out what's best for you, but again, don't overdo it. Bracelets. Bracelets is one of those categories that I myself try to add a little more to because that can add to the overall style. Bracelets are definitely one of those accessories that can give your outfit and give your look and some extra boost. You got the necklace, you got the rings, you got the watch. Don't neglect the rest of the wristwear, of course, being bracelets. Do you go with your metals? Do you go with your gold, your silvers? Do you go with beads? Do you go with leather? It all comes down to personal preference. This comes back to this simple rule of thumb. Don't overdo it. If you got watch in one hand, maybe wear a minimal bracelet on that same exact hand. I personally don't really like to wear watches and bracelets on the same hand as often. So in most cases, most of my bracelets are worn on my right wrist. So this can be a gold bracelet, it can be a silver bracelet, it can be a bead bracelet, it can be a leather bracelet. Whatever the outfit is, there's something that you can utilize to complement it. And lastly, one that I personally don't wear anymore. When I was younger, I used to wear them all the time. And it was one of my main jewelry items that I wore, and that is earrings. Earrings is not something I really see much people talk about these days, but it's still something you can wear. And again, like I mentioned, it comes down to jewelry. Do it minimally and tastefully, just don't overdo it. If you take anything from this video when it comes to jewelry and how to wear jewelry stylishly, it's this one simple rule. Do not overdo it. If you are still wearing earrings, there's nothing wrong with that. I haven't worn earrings in such a long time. I don't even know if my earring holes are still open. I can feel them there, but I'm not entirely sure that an earring would even go through. What kind should you wear? I may not be the best one to give you that advice on that, because again, I don't wear them. I think little small studs are always a good look. A small diamond or whatever the case may be is always a good look. Whatever complements the rest of your jewelry. That's the way you go. There you have it. That was my Jewelry 101, how to style jewelry in the summer, whatever you want to call this video. Hopefully you guys took something good away from this video. Hopefully you find this video helpful. Don't forget to check out Vitali down below in the description. Again, shop Vitali, you're gonna get 20% off of your order. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more fashion and lifestyle content. Follow me over on Instagram for more fashion and inspiration. Thanks again for watching. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Peace.